Alrighty, this is a long overdue video for someone that honestly deserves so much credit. Vehicross at andretoulon.com. These are 4 amazing replica style props. Obviously this is Torch. I don't think he needs much of an introduction. And Blade. Pretty self-explanatory. Jester, and this happy little guy over here, Tunneler. So much work honestly went into Tunneler. You can see actually under the eyes, the owner of andretoulon.com actually chiseled and created these creases and lines for beneath the eyes to give it that authentic, original look that was displayed in Puppet Master 1, which personally, that's my favorite Puppet Master film. For whatever reason, probably because of Torch. Number 2, I'm a huge fan of. I do watch the other ones, but as far as number 1, number 2, they are my favorite. You might be thinking, if you're actually a Puppet Master fan, you can see this is a Curse of the Puppet Master, which is technically number 6. Outfit, for whatever reason, I just prefer the colors, the patterns, and I did pay a lot of money to have that done. So I do like the original look of Jester, but I prefer number 6 for whatever reason that may be. But the owner of andretoulon.com, vehicross, besides the clothes, everything that you see is 100% original, 100% his talent. The actual hook and the knife that's actually on this blade, it has been 100% soldered, made to replicate the actual movie. They are 100% aluminum. They're all metal pieces, copper, hand painted. They're amazing. This video does not do a justice of, especially because of the lighting that I have right now. This is poor lighting. Does not do a justice of how these prop replicas look. I don't think I would have ever had the opportunity to have something this spot on if it wasn't for the owner of andretoulon.com. Every single piece that you see as far as the head is concerned was 3D printed. Even on Torch's flamethrower was 3D printed from a very talented business in France. And only the owner of andretoulon.com has the connection for that. Now, here's the thing. There are a lot of people online that have taken these original molds, that vehicross has paid for, and they've had them duplicated in resin, which is not the same, you guys. Number 1, all these pieces that you see, they're made out of a very lightweight nylon, almost like plastic kind of material. It's very easy to paint on, but also as far as the prop is concerned, it's not top heavy. A lot of resin pieces, they can be very uneven, they can require a lot of work. I should say that this tunneler, even though I really give the credit to vehicross because, again, he chiseled the eyes, he completely remastered all of the definition in the face, the lips, the nose in this tunneler. But technically, that is actually, besides the hands, of course, that is a resin mold that I was able to find, and he was able to remaster and bring it to justice. It honestly looked like a piece of crap before he was able to repaint it. There's different variations that Tenneler throughout all the movies, specifically number 1 and number 2. This is the original look. I'm definitely a fan, like I've mentioned before, of number 1 and number 2, even though obviously Jester over here, this is, I believe, the number 6 look from Curse from the Puppet Master, but also Retro Puppet Master. In the beginning of the scenes, they show this style of clothing, and I think also the Legacy as well. They show a clip of this, and I paid a lot of money to have this outfit remastered and done exactly like the films. For whatever reason, it just appeals to me. But I mean, just the time and effort that this man has put into these props are just, they're undeniable. If someone's willing to pay $400 for a Jester that's by Full Moon, and not at all by any means to knock or offend anyone that has obviously a Jester Full Moon replica, but I mean, how could you even compare that to this? There is no comparison. And I've seen those replicas go for $400 to even $450. I think at the very least I've seen them sold for would be $300 to $250. And the prices that you pay for AndreToulon.com, the head itself can be a bit pricey, but in my personal opinion, it's not that much more than having a prop that's just going to fall apart, and that at the same time is not going to give you that effect that you truly have a replica that's from the movie. Because of course it looks nothing like the movie. I believe the Jester replica from Full Moon, excuse me, it's just as white as Blade's face. It's 100% completely inaccurate. I mean, it's just not at all what a fan or a die-hard enthusiast would really want to display in their home. I feel like with those replicas, at first you put yourself through that denial that, okay, it's better than this, than nothing, but there's options out there. And, you know, I can definitely say with every confidence in the world that the number one person that I have dealt with that really helped me, I've dealt with a lot of artists that have helped me with a lot of replicas, but the one artist that I can say that I would have full confidence to refer to anybody else is vehicross at AndreToulon.com. Again, this video does not justify at all how they look in person. They look so much better. Hopefully on video here you guys can get a great idea. Now I just want to mention one more time that besides the hands and the faces and most of the material that you see here, especially for Blade, vehicross did provide, but as far as the clothing is concerned, I do have to acknowledge Josh Goldblade. You can find him on the forums. He's responsible for majority of the clothing that you see here, and there was some independent people as well. As far as Torch, that was 100% independent. I was fortunate enough to receive someone to replicate his body type, but his clothing and the way that it's portrayed here, especially his metal and the belt. The metal is 100% metal, 100% leather on the belt, and I'm pretty pleased to have had him. But as far as the head, the eyes and the flamethrower that was 100% vehicross. The eyes are actually, they come in amber and they also come in yellow and they come in red. I chose amber because, of course, Full Moon has them all in red. And if you actually look at the original prop, technically it was an amber translucent color, but a light shining through, which gave it that red look. But again, I definitely want to say, if anyone's a diehard fan, I mean, look at these props and say, if you want something that looks like this, unless of course you're blessed and lucky enough to come across the actual stunt props, animated props from Full Moon, that's extremely unlikely, especially because these movies are from the early 90s. Definitely contact vehicross at andretoulon.com. He won't disappoint you. You can buy the actual heads from him. He can mount heads. He can give you all the advice that you need to replicate them to look just like this. He can paint them for you. I 100% recommend him. He's been such a pleasure to work with. And again, these props look so much better in person. And I hope that this helps anyone that is just as much as a diehard fan and puppet master that I am, that there is someone out there that can help you to get props just like this. And if you're willing on eBay to pay $350, $400 for Full Moon replicas, I respect them for making them, but at the same time, there are other options out there, and these are the options that I would like to bring light to. And again, that is andretoulon.com. These are the 3 props that he's done for me personally, and I couldn't be any more pleased and happy with them. I hope this video brings justice to someone that's looking for something a little bit more serious. If you're a diehard prop collector, or if you're just a diehard fan like I am to the movie, vehicross, v at andretoulon.com. He's definitely the guy. Contact him. You won't be disappointed.